Bar Stool Sports. Titus, Brandon Walker. Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports. I'm Mark Titus. He's Brandon Walker. Today is Wednesday, February 7th. We are live from Las Vegas. And what do you want to talk about, Brandon?
Viva Las Vegas.
Viva. That means live.
Yeah?
That means...
Does it mean live?
Viva. Life.
Okay.
Live.
So Viva la Stool is live the stool?
I thought. What does Viva mean?
Anybody know what Viva means?
We're putting TJ to work early.
Okay.
Long
live. Oh, long live the stool, long live Vegas. Why would Vegas not live long? Why would they say Viva Las Vegas?
There's no water here, one.
Well, there's water. I've had water every day. I've had a shower every single day.
Buddy, what you're drinking was not water. I'm here to tell you. You might want to double check that.
Ask me again.
What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was hoping so.
Yeah, it's the... Who is it, the Bengals?
Nope, that was a couple years ago. This
Oilers.
One is the... No, you're thinking of hockey. That was the hockey game you went to last night.
Titans.
No, that was the Oilers. Then they moved to Tennessee.
I was thinking of the high school team, the Titans.
Oh.
I remembered them.
Okay.
That's where we are in life. Okay. Can we talk about Andy Reid?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been thinking about what we talked about yesterday about how the Patriots were so unlikable. And I hate to keep bringing them up, but the Chiefs remain quasi-likable, at least kind of likable, despite their domination over the last few years.
TJ, you said you did a poll yesterday, and it was way closer than I thought it would be in the chat.
It was within 10 votes.
Wow.
Yeah, 50-50.
Wow, the people don't hate the Chiefs.
And that's our chat who hates everybody.
Yeah, they hate everybody. Yes.
So
I don't think you and I would be 50-50. If you asked, do you hate us? They would be
no, it'd be
like 80%.
20-80, yeah. Andy Reid, though, it remains this super likable, almost lovable. Like everybody loves Andy Reid. There's a few reasons, I guess. He's fat.
Yep.
Number one, it's hard to hate a fat guy. Mm-hmm. He's older. He had a stretch of his career where he was good but couldn't win. Therefore, when he wins, everybody's like, oh, good for him.
He went through...
We're still in good for him, even though he might win his third one.
Yeah, but he went through the... He was humbled. He went through like the...
Yeah. He had to go through the Mickelson stretch.
The bullshit, yes.
Where he was the... in the regular season. He's like third or fourth all time in postseason wins already. Do you know how many coaches have 3 Super Bowls or more?
Let me think about it here. Bill Belichick.
That's one.
Walsh.
2. Walsh has 3. He could join him.
Did Shula get the 3 or did he have 2?
Shula had 2 Super Bowls, I believe. Shula might have been.
Jimmy
No, I think
Johnson.
Shula was 2.
Jimmy Johnson has
Jimmy Johnson has 2.
2.
Chuck Noll has 4.
Okay.
And Joe Gibbs for the Washington football team, formerly Redskins, had 3.
He had 3.
Yeah. So Andy Reid could win, and Shula might have 3 now that I think about it. But
how many does Shula have, TJ?
are we just using TJ?
I mean, that
TJ.
that's it.
TJ, need you, you're on the couch today, TJ. You're practically on the couch.
He has 2. He has 2. We have a new couch boy, Jake.
And he is on the couch.
He is sitting on a couch.
Are we throwing that couch away? Because I kind of want to take that couch home.
That's a great couch.
It's a wonderful couch.
Yeah, couch is so cool.
We just keep talking about that couch. Friday we might have to move to the couch because we have a third person joining us.
Yeah.
So y'all got to think about that.
And for those of you watching at home, be
I'm sorry,
prepared for
Stefan,
that.
did you say wow?
Yeah, but
Proud of me? Go fuck yourself, Stefan.
Who is it?
And your little shorts.
Who is it?
It's
Britt
Dr.
Baker.
Britt Baker.
We
I
already
already said
said
that.
this.
I already said that yesterday.
That's exciting.
I was talking to her. Yeah, yeah. But
So
anyway,
he would be. It's Noel, it's Gibbs, it's Belichick, it's Walsh.
Yeah, and
those are
Reid.
it. And that would be Reid. He'd be
yeah,
number 5.
if he joined it, and like I just think that's what kind of ties the Chiefs, or that's what kind of bolsters the Chiefs in likability. Because Mahomes doing his thing, he's got Brittany. I don't have a problem with her, but a lot of people seem to have a problem with her. And then you got the Taylor Swift, you got the Kelce thing. Obviously, some of the Chiefs are just getting bigger than the sport itself. But Andy Reid is there in the middle, just this likable center, this oaf of a man.
Well, the faces of the Chiefs, even Mahomes and Kelce, if you don't like them, you really probably just don't like who they're going to bed with, for being honest, right?
Yeah.
Like you probably just don't like both of those guys are pretty likable, right? Mahomes has gotten a little bit. I've like he gets a little. I don't know if entitled's the word, but like he gets he doesn't get a call.
He gets a little sassy on the
Gets a
field.
little sassy.
Yeah.
But that's like pretty much the worst. you can say about him.
Kelce will, if he catches a pass on 2nd and 4 for a first down.
Yeah.
He's doing all this.
Yeah, but that's the
a
worst
lot
you
of
can say
people-
about these guys.
Yeah.
They are themselves very likable. Andy Reid's very likable, and I think that's probably why people don't hate that. I just assumed everybody hates. At a certain point, everybody hates winners.
Everybody hates everybody. Yeah.
You just hate seeing the same shit over and over.
We really are, and I'm not just. We really are in a world where just everybody hates everything.
Yeah.
You can't watch a show, you can't watch a movie where somebody's not going to say, ha ha, actually that kind of sucked. Actually, I hated that. Toby Keith died, and we had a segment of the population that wanted to tell you how racist and terrible he was. Mm-hmm. And that was Toby Keith.
Yeah. What hope is there for us, dude? We've written 0 good songs.
Well, I told
And we're
you.
just as racist as Toby Keith.
If not more so.
We're going to really be in trouble when we go. I'm fired up for the Super Bowl. I've been asked. I don't know why. I don't know who the fuck wants my opinion, but I've been asked by a handful of people who I think's gonna win, and I'm not even doing it on purpose. I just keep flip flopping depending on who asks.
So there's people walking around town that think
Yeah.
Titus is on the Chiefs. There's people that think you're on the 49ers.
Not even doing it. It's not even a conscious thing. It's just like whatever I'm feeling in that moment.
I
I'm
think
like,
the Niners.
I
I think the Niners are going to win.
The Niners are so much better than the Chiefs. How the fuck are the Niners going to lose this game? And also, how the fuck is Patrick Mahomes going to be an underdog going into a Super Bowl and going to lose this game? I don't think either team's going to lose.
That's the crazy part.
I really think they're both going to
I
win.
still think we're in this mindset. A lot of people are like high flying Chiefs offense. Patrick Mahomes, how are you going to stop them? And they'll make just enough stops to win the game. No, that defense like controls games.
Yeah.
And they absolutely. I mean, they went down and shut Lamar Jackson's ass down.
Yeah.
They control games. They are very, very good. Pacheco is a beast of a running back. So I was thinking about this. Super Bowl MVPs this weekend, other than the quarterbacks, because obviously the quarterbacks are always going to be the favorites. And whenever you got Mahomes playing, if the Chiefs win, Mahomes is probably going to get the MVP.
Right.
But let's say he doesn't. Let's say something happens. These are the players I wrote down that I think you got to watch for Super Bowl MVP. Are you ready? Yes.
Okay.
Joe, which one do they have? Bosa. They got Nick or Joey
Nick.
Bosa. They got one of the Bosas,
Yeah,
right?
Nick.
You sure?
No.
Tony? Tony Bosa. They got Tony Bosa at plus 7,500. If you are not a quarterback, the quickest way to win the MVP in the Super Bowl is to hit the quarterback.
Is it? I'm not disagreeing. I've never really. Who's won the most Super Bowl MVPs? What position non-quarterback?
That's a
Probably
great question.
receiver.
We probably should. There's no way to know.
Yeah, there's not.
I would guess.
Probably-
I would guess running back.
Running back.
Probably back in the day, running backs won it a lot. I know Marcus Allen won one, and that's it.
But it is kind of easy to win it.
Wide receiver is the
receiver.
second most.
Wide receiver? That's what I said. Oh, okay.
Quarterback 32, wide receiver 8, running back 7, linebacker 4.
Linebacker 4.
Linebacker 4.
So a defensive end has never won the.
Now there's 2 defensive ends, 2
Okay.
safeties, 1 cornerback, 1 defensive tackle, 1 kicker/punt returner.
Jake, you want to move to Chicago and join us on the couch? This is
Yeah,
unbelievable.
well, this is couch guy right
This
here.
is-
One of the best couch guys I've ever
yeah,
seen.
this is
Do you just sit at home when we're doing the show on your couch and training for this moment? Because you're
this
incredible.
is incredible. I've never seen a guy Google shit so fast.
He is wearing. Is that a Bama shirt? Well,
All right,
he's
fuck
out.
it. Never mind.
Never mind.
We take it all back.
Fucking asshole. I like Chris Jones. Chris
Okay.
Jones is Kansas City's second best player.
Yeah.
He's their second best player, and he could disrupt and he could change everything. He's also plus
But you
10,000.
have to. I'm not saying he's incapable of this. I'm just saying like if he's just like plugging the running holes,
he has to like sack him 3 times.
He could have an A+ game, and no one's going to notice unless he gets like a strip sack.
Correct.
And also like deflects a pass up in the air and intercepts it.
And then high steps in the end zone, and then farts in a cheerleader's face.
Right.
It really has to do
very,
something.
very hard for a guy in his position to win it. But it could happen.
Let's say he scores a touchdown, and then he walks up. Who's a disliked person that could be on the sideline? Walks up and just farts in somebody's face. Probably not anybody.
Who's?
I was going to say Usher's doing the halftime show, but Usher's beloved. You can't fart in Usher's face. Chris Jones would never fart in Usher's face. Do you think?
He couldn't. He wouldn't. He's too smart to fart in Usher's face.
Yeah, I don't think he would fart in Usher's face. There's no vitriol there.
I mean, he's not going to fart in Taylor Swift's face.
No, because
she's Team Chiefs.
But if Bosa got a touchdown and farted in Taylor Swift's face,
that would be cool. We would be talking about that on
now,
Monday,
would she need to be standing on the sideline, or could he like fart? Could he point at
think
Taylor, fart, and
fart? You fart in your hand. Here's how you do it. You fart in your hand, and then you just throw it.
You gotta acknowledge
Or you could do like LeBron before the game, where you fart in your hand.
But that's on everybody. You have to throw it in Taylor Swift's general direction, right?
But I think you go to that's true. So you'd have to point at Taylor, fart in your hand, and then throw it like that.
Yeah, I got to get her attention first.
Yeah.
You. That looked like I was a monkey flinging poo. Do those monkeys really fling poo at each other?
I think they just act irrationally in general, and that's the one thing we remember most. I think they do a lot of things. I think they're jacking off a lot. I think they're smoking cigarettes, flinging poo.
Yeah.
I think they do a lot of crazy shit. And
Smoking.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes, dude.
Smoking cigarettes?
That's reckless behavior in 2024.
No,
now that we know.
We're on safari in the jungle, and you're just like, you smell smoke? there's just 2 teenager monkeys sitting up in the tree just smoking cigarettes?
Those are 3 of the most reckless behaviors you could do. Is just publicly jack off, shit in your hand and throw it.
Smoke cigarettes.
Smoke cigarettes. It's like, get your life together, dude.
Why is that? Why the long face? Did you like the Planet of the Apes movies, the recent ones? I shockingly loved them.
I never saw them.
Like, I never saw the old Planet of the Apes movies. Those were stupid and sci-fi. I don't get into that.
The trailers didn't really do it for me.
Really? The first one was really fucking good.
Is it?
Yeah.
What was it, like 1977 or some shit?
No. I'm talking about the modern ones.
The modern ones?
Yeah, the James Franco ones. No, was it James or the other one? Yeah, James Franco ones. Real good. Real good movie.
Okay. And it's just a planet.
No, it's our planet.
It's our planet. The apes have taken over our planet.
No.
Okay, well, you understand my confusion, like why the trailer.
In the first one, it's just our planet, and we're just chilling, and we're doing our thing. And then
are we the apes?
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And there's a pet ape. There's a pet monkey, and then he gets taken to a facility, and then a virus breaks out, a monkey virus, and the monkey virus wipes us out, and the apes take over.
Okay.
But it's the very end before they take over, but they take over.
So
and Caesar is the lead ape.
At any point in time, see, I've never seen any of the Planet of the Apes because none of the trailers have ever done it for me, and I just
Is that how
care.
you do? You just watch
yeah.
trailers?
Well, I mean, yeah. It's like that doesn't. I watch the trailer and I go, that doesn't look interesting, and then I just don't watch the movie. But I was under the impression that we were a spacefaring species, and we crashed onto a planet full of apes.
No. In this one,
the planet is ours.
They take over our planet.
Are they aliens? They're not.
No, they're not aliens. They're apes.
That's
and they're here, and then they just take over the whole world.
That doesn't feel like Planet of the Apes. That just feels like.
Well, it is.
It just feels like Ape Takeover should be the.
But eventually, it becomes Planet of the Apes because they're the only ones here. Even though there are in the movies, because you can't just have a movie full of apes. They're
still people.
They're still people. Yeah.
And what do they do? Do we win? Spoilers. Do we win?
It rarely turns out well for us.
Okay.
Although I watched the first one, I loved it. The second one I kind of watched, and the third one I just never saw at all. So I don't really know. But I did think it was shockingly good.
All right, I might have to check that out.
I like now. If you want to be real crazy on the Super Bowl MVP, if you want to be super conspiracy theory and all that, with all the Taylor Swift stuff and everything, Travis Kelce for MVP. How about that? It's plus 1,200. Because you could see where the NFL is rigged crowd is just.
Yeah, it certainly couldn't be that.
Yeah, warm it up.
It certainly couldn't be that he is one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game.
He's all right.
And just happens to have an awesome game in a big moment. It would probably just be because he's dating Taylor Swift. That would be why he would win. That's his path. You remember when he sucked this year? And then
yeah, he sucked for a while. And
he just suddenly didn't suck anymore?
I think we came out with the reason that she was zapping his superpowers.
Yeah.
I wonder, TJ, and you can look this up if you want to, and please don't do the jacking off motion again. TJ, what are Travis Kelce's thoughts on oral sex? I've always wondered that myself. I don't really know.
Yeah, that's interesting. Travis Kelce. Is he pro?
I like to wonder what all my tight ends think about oral sex.
What about Kittle for MVP?
Oh.
Or oral sex?
Okay, yeah, I'm sure he's in favor. I'm sure that guy looks like he loves some dick sucking. Stefan, don't do that motion to me again. I don't need the headphones for this. I know. I like to wonder what all my.
Is it a deal breaker if a girl doesn't like to give oral sex?
Sounds like a deal breaker to me.
I'm sure you've seen the New York Times article about the Travis Kelce haircut that was on Sunday.
The fade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that anger you as much as it did me?
No, because the USA Today, the New York Times, the Washington Post, they're all just always on their bullshit.
Are they joking?
They don't know what's going on in the real world. They don't. So, and that's the truth. Like they do not know real, actual things. They just want to tell us.
Like, are they is shit like that, and then shit like you see like stories of Travis Kelce won't be able to make the Grammys.
Yeah.
Or it was the birthday party. Taylor Swift had a birthday, right? Like in whenever her birthday. It was during the season, and they were like, Travis Kelce not going to be able to make her birthday. Sources say he's going to be practicing for his game tomorrow. They're joking with that shit, right?
No, these people don't live in the same planet we live. They don't. They don't do the same things we do. The people we say are journalists these days are just goddamn idiots. Fuck. They really don't. Like, if you read, first of all, don't read newspapers. Or even newspaper websites anymore, because
I miss newspapers.
I miss the feeling.
But I miss, yeah.
What comic do you want to do today? I was thinking Snuffy Smith.
I don't even know Snuffy Smith.
We could do Beetle Bailey. You want to read a Beetle Bailey until we?
Beetle Bailey is the military one.
Yeah.
Toby Keith would like that if we do that. So maybe we do Beetle Bailey.
Salute to Toby Keith.
Salute
to the troops.
The American soldier.
TJ,
Beetle Bailey.
We're gonna need
today's Beetle Bailey is brought to you courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
You ladies don't eat in the mess hall very often. Cookie made us something special. They made a reservation. That's not great.
Right.
All right, let's go. Let's go back. All right. Can you let the waist out? There isn't enough fabric for your waist. It's for my dog.
Oh no.
This is. Now, this person, whoever writes this, is making money off of this. How did you get the name Beetle? My aunt said the freckles on my cheeks reminded her of a ladybug beetle. That's odd. You've always reminded me of a gnat.
Okay. That's a joke. That is a joke.
It's an attempted joke, but
it's technically a joke.
but Mark, I thought we were going until we laughed.
We are. I'm just saying we're getting closer. Like, 'cause the first
we're in
couple,
range?
The first couple, I'm not even sure were jokes. That has the structure of a joke.
All right. Is that cough? Cough. Hold it there, Beetle. You need to get a flu shot. Uh-oh, vaccinations. This could get political. Why? For your health. I am healthy. You're coming with me. No, I'm not. You can't make me. Watch. Can I get a SARS shot? No, you're faking that. That's not funny.
No, it's funny because the Sarge is like he's saying the flu doesn't bother me at all. What really bothers me is Sarge. I want a shot to be vaccinated.
No,
against Sarge.
keep going.
Yeah, it's not funny.
That's not funny at
I
all.
was trying my best.
I'm going to get a snack. Who are these old people? I'm going to get a snack. Don't just leave your phone there. Pick up after yourself.
Oh God.
What the fuck? Someday we'll all be replaced by artificial intelligence. Replaced implies one already has him. He did it again.
Beto, you dumb fuck.
Oh man, God.
Did you see this story? It's not a story.
Are comic strips the biggest frauds in the fucking
Yeah,
world?
dude, they are.
Are they
We
the
should write
biggest-
a comic strip?
So we just let them be unfunny for years?
Let's write a comic strip right now.
All right. So what do you want to be? An animal? Do you want to be a person? Do you want to be a robot? Do a robot.
Okay, so what a
Yeah,
robot?
read it out square by square. Like,
Okay.
Like describe the pictures, and somebody will draw. Somebody in the
Okay.
chat draw
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay.
and send
All
it
right.
to us.
All right.
We
Slide
need.
one.
So I want a main character who's.
First of all, we need a punny name, so we go from there. So,
This is hard.
yeah, maybe it's okay. It's a pig. It's a pig, but it works in a regular office building.
Yes.
Yeah, Stuck in the Mud is the name of the comic.
Stuck in the mud.
But the mud isn't the pig pen. It's just normal everyday
there
life.
we go. Yes, Brandon.
Stuck in the
And-
mud, and his name.
And everyone else is human. He's the
Right.
one pig.
Yeah,
And we come to find out that
they're actually the pigs.
they're the pigs.
Yeah.
That this pig is showing that humanity is
Yeah.
the pig.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
I like
what's this pig's name? The helmet has to be a P.
Yeah, it can't be. I don't know.
Or
That's,
could it
that's
be like-
Porky because that's too
Well, that's
adjacent.
I just typed into ChatGPT, create a comic strip with a main character who's a pig who lives in an office building, titled Porky in the corporate ham speak.
well, it can't be Porky
Can't be
Pig.
Porky. I think we're gonna get sued.
Yeah, it can't be Porky Pig.
But
It's
I do,
taken.
again, a great performance.
Peter
from Jake.
Porker.
Peter Porker. Great performance from Jake, by the way.
Yeah,
That he
just
just like.
all
Yeah, I
over
went
it.
ahead and took the liberty of. I actually knew you guys were going to bring this up today, so I went ahead before the show and I searched.
Well, and I knew it's been bothering Stefan that he didn't have a mic the whole time.
I searched pigs in office spaces.
So Peter.
Peter Pig. Peter. Paul.
What? Okay. What? No. Let's make his last name Ham.
Ham.
Okay.
Harry Ham. Hair. It's just.
That sounds like a pussy.
Yeah. Travis Kelce, what are your thoughts on Harry Ham?
The shot's
I got me some hairy ham last night.
Make him mince it.
This guy, it sounds like what an old guy would say. You've been eating that hairy ham, haven't you?
Okay, Ham. I don't think it has to be alliterative.
Okay.
It could just be
All right.
Carl Ham.
Carl Ham. Carl Ham.
Ham with two M's?
Ham with two M's, of course.
Carl.
Carl Ham, and it's called Stuck in the Mud with Carl Ham. And he wears a bow tie. Does he wear a bow tie or a regular tie?
He can't wear a bow tie. That's Porky Pig, right? Porky Pig wore a bow tie.
Did he?
Yeah, and Peter Porker already exists.
Peter
so
Porker is
in Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse guy.
Pig version. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Chat wants Mincy to be in this somehow.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
This is an opportunity-
Chat, y'all
this is-
got to stop putting
this is
Mincy
an
and everything. The
opportunity for you to
motherfucker
make
doesn't
fun of
work. I'm
Mincy
tired of that
openly.
fucking idiot. Huh?
You're making him into a comic pig. You could do whatever you want to it. This is your opportunity.
Okay.
He is a comic pig. Why
I
don't I
know.
make him one? All right.
I got it. Opening comic. This is our first comic. This is our debut.
Okay.
We'll start with the punchline. He's staring by the coffee maker. He's staring into his mug of coffee, and he just says, wait, no, he doesn't. He says something like, I need a cup of mud. This isn't doing it for me. This coffee's not doing it for me. I need a...
All right. We gave you all the idea. Y'all.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that's the...
It definitely has to be like it's his first day, and he realizes now he's in the real slop.
Yeah.
Like he left the farm, but
But
now
it's called
he's
stuck in the mud, so we can't have mud be the punchline of the first stuck in the mud.
Unless mud's the punchline of every single one, which I'm not against.
There we go. All right.
Last night,
We'll revisit this.
I went to hockey.
Yeah, I want to hear about this.
Okay, first of all,
Actually, hold that before we. I need a cup of mud. All this mud talk. All this mud talk. I need a.
if that guy just got up, he's gonna have us. We gotta put him.
Yeah, Connor and Ebo are fired. Jake's taking it. I mean,
This guy, you
I
clapped and
twice, and Jake just immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So here we go. I went to hockey last night.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, big hockey guy from the South. Don't know anything about it, but it is. I have discovered it is the best sport to watch live in person. There is no doubt about that. There is no contestation. I'm not making a joke. I'm not doing a bit. If you're from the South and you've never watched hockey, if you're from anywhere and you've never watched hockey, you watch it on TV, you come up with an idea. If you watch this motherfucker in person, though, it's so. You notice the skill level. You notice how fast it goes. You notice the hits. You notice that what looks random on TV, they're doing on purpose.
Yeah.
Like these long passes, like they're doing it on
Even
purpose.
the shots at the goal that get deflected 4 times were somehow.
they're doing that.
planned.
They're doing all that on
Yeah.
purpose, and you don't really put that together. You don't put together how fast everything is moving. It's a phenomenal sport to watch. Now, last night I watched the Edmonton Oilers 16-game winning streak.
Yep.
They played the Las Vegas Golden Knights, defending Stanley Cup champions. It was packed to the brim on a Tuesday night. Awesome. Now, I've been to 3 NHL arenas now. I've been to United Center Chicago, MSG in New York, and now this one. Now, these have to be the top 3 arenas in hockey because they're all great. But this one was an assault on the senses. The laser shows, loud noises, the thumping bass the whole time. It was like a party. It wasn't really like a hockey game. It was a little bit different. This guy.
Oh, thank you, Jake. God bless you. It's incredible.
And the Knights ended up winning 3-1, ended the 16-game winning streak. But the thing about hockey is, so I watched McDavid scored a goal, and
He scored the first one, right?
he scored the first one.
Opened it up.
And watching a star in hockey is just like watching a star in every other sport. It's just like, my God, how much better is he than the rest of these guys?
Dumb question, but that's what this show is for.
Yeah.
What stands out to you when you see a star hockey player? And because McDavid,
The glide is different.
yeah, like in basketball, it's like he's just bigger, stronger. He's jumping higher than
So-
everybody. What is it? Is he skating faster?
So-
is it the puck handling?
No, to me, and this is, again, I'm not educated about this at all, but like hockey's just organized chaos, and it's just like a demolition derby out there. There's so many guys crashing into each other and they're fumbling the puck a little bit. But when a star moves through traffic, he almost weaves through it. He almost glides through it. Like,
He can anticipate.
he looks like he has a
knows.
force field around him,
Yeah.
and he just moves throughout the chaos better than anybody. And again, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's just what my eyes tell me. I can really tell when a guy just has better, more fluid movement, and I don't know, just feels like he's the guy. Now in hockey, though, a star player is just not on the ice that much. Because they switch out so much. Like basketball, you go see LeBron James, you're going to see LeBron James for 40 minutes. But hockey, they switch lines so much, it's almost like a bonus. When you look out there, and I saw 97, I'm like, okay, well, now we can do something when 97's out there. But anyway, it was a great time.
A lot of Oilers fans there? There were a ton in the
God,
hotel.
there were so many Oilers. I would say it was half Oilers fans.
It made me want to go to all the buzz before the game. I started looking at
There might have been 8,000 Oilers fans here yesterday. Apparently, so Vegas being a destination, like these Canadian teams, when they get to play Vegas in the dead of winter, just come down here for.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a big deal for them. I guess because there were so many Oilers.
Because this is good weather to them right now.
This is fabulous weather. Yeah. Canadians.
This weather.
Why do we share a continent with Canada? Have we ever thought about bombing them just to go ahead and for practice? They could be a great practice partner.
Yeah, they would let us do it. They would. They would definitely let us do that. Why am I seeing people talk about Brock Purdy and Lee Harvey Oswald?
What?
Okay.
I have one more.
Did that become a thing? Brock Purdy was asked like about looking like Lee Harvey Oswald, and I was like, what's going on?
Okay, TJ, I'm going to need to see. I'm going to see Brock Purdy beside Lee Harvey Oswald, please. I don't know if they look alike.
Who did this, fam? That's what I want to say.
I don't know if they look alike.
I don't think it's close enough to like really.
I think Brock Purdy looks like everybody.
He kind of does. He just looks like a white guy from.
He looks like cleaned up Johnny Manziel a little bit. Like
I thought the John Harbaugh comparisons were pretty good too. The headshots of both of those guys.
Brock Purdy is just he's generic white guy number 7 on every creative player.
It's a Brock Purdy headshot, and those Lee Harvey Oswald was.
Have you seen the girl?
Yeah, he looks like. Sorry, what'd you say, TJ? We don't have
There's
our
a
headphones.
girl that goes viral that looks just like him also.
There's a girl.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't look like.
She doesn't look like him at
She
all.
looks exactly like him.
I don't
see
looks
it.
exactly like
They
him.
have the same face.
I
I think I
think y'all are being too liberal with lookalikes.
I agree. I think Lee Harvey Oswald is close-ish, but not close enough to pull the trigger on that comparison.
You know what? Take all those stupid jokes that we made.
We'll put him in the
Put them
Carl Ham.
in the stuck in the
Stuck
mud.
in Mud.
Yeah.
Starring Carl Ham.
This is so fucking stupid.
He's just trying to bring the bacon home.
It's just to be bringing home the bacon.
Bringing home the bacon. It's not stuck in the mud.
It's bringing home the bacon.
It's bringing home the bacon. We should do this.
We'd be just as good as Beetle Bailey guy.
I've laughed more in planning these comics than I have.
Yeah, stuck in the mud was okay. Bringing home the bacon is the right idea.
Yeah.
I want one more piece of news from me.
Okay, go ahead.
I shared an elevator with Seth Rollins yesterday.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's big time.
Yeah. About 1:30, Nick Terraney texted me and said, I just shared an elevator with Seth Rollins. I'm like, oh my God, is he in our hotel? And I was like, oh God, that's awesome. And I had FOMO. I was like, I wish I had done that. I get back to the hotel about 6 o'clock. Well, I just seen you at Italy, and I walked towards the room and I get on the elevator, and there's two other guys walking behind me to the elevator, and one of them gets on, Seth Rollins.
So Seth Rollins just on this elevator, is he just going up and down the elevator?
I think he's just giving everybody elevator experiences. Yeah. But I froze as I always do. I just can't talk to famous people.
Do you think Seth Rollins strikes me, again, as a guy who would be fun to talk to privately, out of character, about the industry? That he would
probably. I think they all are. But so he got on, and I said, "Oh, you guys are here early. I thought your press conference is Thursday, right?" And for a second, I thought he hated me. I thought he hated this. It was awful because just say it's cold outside, isn't it? Just say one random question, and I'm going to react to you the way he reacted to me. So he's staring forward. I'm staring forward, but I ask a question. Go. Just ask me a question.
How about this weather in Vegas, huh? Raining and pretty cold. I didn't know it could get this cold in Las Vegas. Oh, sorry, Mr. Rollins.
Yeah, it is cold. It is cold. You're right. So he thought about it. He looked at me. He looked at me, and he was like, I don't want to fucking talk to you. But then he said, I guess in his mind he went, fuck it, just do it.
Yeah.
And he talked to me, and it was good.
He strikes me as a guy that, going back to what I just said, this is what I mean. I think that if I could ask like any wrestler, what are your thoughts on The Rock?
Yeah.
Putting himself.
You'd ask Seth Rollins first?
I feel like Seth Rollins would privately, if you're at the bar with him and there's no cameras and he knows he's not being recorded, I think he would give you a fun answer.
But can I tell you a little secret?
What's that?
They will all do.
They would all do that.
They will all do. You get them off camera. They'll tell you everything. That's what I like about them.
He strikes me, I guess, as like a CM Punk.
Yeah.
He's in the same vein as CM Punk, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's still likable.
So I do have a running tally of the famous people I've seen.
Okay.
You have a running tally of the famous people.
I do.
you've seen out
Yes.
here? Okay.
I do.
I have Seth Rollins, elevator.
Yep.
Dan Patrick,
Yep.
dinner. Ian Rappaport from NFL, dinner. I saw McLovin last night.
Really?
The one from the Dan Patrick Show.
Oh.
Not the actual McLovin.
Okay.
And I don't know what his actual name is, but I saw him.
Okay.
And I saw, and then Mark Davis. Those are my 5.
Okay.
That's my running tally of famous people. Now,
Okay.
you've been out and about more than I have.
I saw basically everybody you saw except Seth Rollins. Take him off the list. Add Burt Kreischer.
Okay.
Saw him
Saw
in
Kreischer.
MGM Grand. I was walking through. Not as fat in person, I will
Really?
say. Not as
Well,
fat.
I think he's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, well, that's probably why. And then J.A. Donde. I saw him. I saw him.
saw
getting off the
Donde?
elevator. Yeah, I saw J.A. Donde getting off the elevator.
I don't know if I would recognize J.A. Donde.
How would you not recognize J.A. Donde? He was on Around the Horn
I guess.
for a million years.
Yeah. Yes, TJ?
I saw Paul Jr. from American Choppers.
Who?
Huh?
You didn't watch American Choppers?
That's the motorcycle guys.
Yeah. I saw Paul Jr.
I definitely wouldn't recognize Paul Jr.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Maybe I would recognize the older one. He had the...
Paul Sr.
Huh?
The guy with the
Paul
mustache.
Sr.?
That's his. So this is his son that you saw? Mm-hmm. Okay.
They're the 2 main characters. And Mikey.
Show me Paul Jr.
All right.
Because I know what the old one looks like. I don't know if I remember what the young one looks like.
The old one's the meme, the guy pointing his finger, right? That's the.
Yeah, they'll always be fighting. They always... Yep, nope, not a chance.
Hell
No, there's 200 of those guys in Vegas right now.
That's just a guy from Vegas.
That's just, you did not see that guy.
I didn't
That guy's
talk to him.
everywhere.
It could have been anybody.
Yeah, I saw that guy 50 times last
Yeah,
night.
I walked by him. I was like, yo, Paul Jr. But I didn't say anything to him.
I don't even know if you saw him.
I don't think you saw him.
You
I
probably
don't.
saw a guy.
He's definitely not out here.
Yeah.
You did not see him. You just saw a dude.
You
think I
saw
saw
a
Paul
dude that
Jr.
you thought was him.
Paul Jr., you're invited to the show this week.
Seth Rollins is also invited to the show.
Are you going to this party tonight?
What party?
The party that I invited you to. That
I might drop by. You know,
we're on the topic of celebrities.
Okay.
We could add to the list if you would like.
I would love to do that. Do you
We
think
got
it'll still
some
be
stuff to
going?
talk tomorrow.
It'll still be going.
I think it's done by 10.
by 10.
That's what they say.
Okay. I should be free by 8:30.
Just come quick for some celebrities.
I'm going to
Just
a
for some
couples
cele-
dinner.
Get a. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Get some business cards printed up. We'll go to the party. We'll just dish them out to the celebs. That just say mostly
Do you
sport.
think we could get some? Do you think we could get some promotional materials for bringing home
Bringing
the
home the
bacon
bacon,
by
yeah.
the night? Because that might be our $1 million idea
get
here.
Two-sided business cards. One is mostly sports. The other side is
Bringing
bringing
home
home
the
the
bacon.
Yeah.
And I think people are going to switch to that bringing home the bacon a little bit quicker than mostly
That's
sports.
such a good idea, dude.
I know.
Now we can do the cup of mud thing.
Yeah.
No,
'cause-
he's not at the coffee machine. He's just like, there's a knock on the door. It's the boss, and he's like, Carl, how's your first day? And he's just going like this, and he's like, I need a cup of mud. There we go. First comic.
Easy.
Carl Ham.
Does he have a love interest at all, or are we going to develop that later? We got to have secondary characters. He's the only animal.
She's
Wait, what's
the secretary's a fat woman, and everyone and
yeah.
everyone else in the office thinks she's grotesque.
Yeah. Oh, he's
And he's
yeah.
into her. He sexually harasses her.
Now the boss's name, Mr. Farmer. He's or Mr. McDonald.
But wait, if it's bringing home the bacon, he's got to have a family at home.
Oh, he has a wife. Yeah,
He's got to
yeah,
have a wife already.
Yeah.
Because I do think we could get a lot of material
You're right.
out of
He has a
like,
wife.
honey, how was work? Like the wife is like very loving and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Oh, just another day in the slop.
Yeah. Bringing home the bacon. Let's go. What else? Did you see that cable's coming back? What? How did this happen? We all knew it was going to, but
Okay. At first, I read this, and I saw it like you just saw it. I said, "Oh, they're just bringing cable back." It sounded like Justin Timberlake there. I'm bringing cable back. They're bringing cable back, but this is apparently just all the sports channels getting together and saying, "Hey guys, there's people out there that just want to watch sports.
fuck Bravo. Fuck.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just get together and just put all our sports. Like it's ESPN, it's Fox. This has legs. If they just put all the sports in
Yeah.
one app and I don't have to worry about anything else. Now, there's a problem. The problem here is CBS still exists NBC with Peacock still exists, so there'd be sports over there.
Yeah.
But if somebody could figure out how to put all the sports in one place, now we got something.
The problem with this, though, is the same problem with conference realignment. That's probably the only other example I have. Once you feel like it gets perfect,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, we did it, don't touch it. It changes.
I'm sorry, I just thought of Carl Ham.
Carl.
I apologize.
I just keep thinking of Carl Ham going on a podcast with Bacon Walker and Pork Titus. You guys
Pork
are
Titus.
pigs. Yeah.
Carl Ham.
Okay, sorry.
You're right that in theory there could be a moment where this is cool,
Yeah.
but that's going to last for 6 weeks, and then one of these guys is going to be like, we're bringing all the games to the table here, and we're only getting 43% of the
And
cut.
then Fox will go align with NBC, and then NBC will be like, well, that didn't work.
And
I'm going to go align with them.
It's just never going to end. But I don't know. I just want things to stop. Can we get things to just stop? Can we stop with like the college, the realignment? Can we just stop? Hey, cut it out. Just stop.
Dude.
Cut it out.
Sports on TV should have gotten easier along the way. It has gotten more difficult, more segmented. Last night, we left that hockey game with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
I had to go to bed. But when we got back, it's right across the street. Right across the street from the hotel. So when we got back, I wanted to turn it on and watch the end because I was invested in it. And I'm across the street, could not find it on TV. Couldn't find it anywhere. I looked. It was not televised in the Las Vegas area. And that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Every game should be on TV or on streaming somewhere, easy to find, no problems. If we can get to that, I'm going to be happy.
Shit's changing too much, man.
Just changing too much.
It's I don't know how I'm going to be able to explain.
Women are voting.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that the other day. Because I talked to my dad about what basketball was like before the 3-point line, and that was the one big change that he remembers. He was like, there used to not be a shot clock, and then there was. There used to not be a 3-point line, and then there was, and he would always talk about it like it was the most. Yeah. And it is. It changed the game, But it was the one defined. It used to be this way. Then we had this one moment where a line appeared, and then now it's this way, and that's it. And what I'm saying is, we are getting 3-point lines and shot clocks added to sports every fucking day now. Every fucking day, there's something new that's oh, this changes everything. This is going to change. The sports are never going to be the same now.
You brought your dad up, so I've been wanting to ask you this for a while. Is your dad the most hated person online in the Purdue fan base?
Oh yeah, he gets them rattled, dude.
Purdue fans can't handle your dad.
Handle my dad.
They're just you'll tweet about something. You'll tweet, I had a ham sandwich today, and they'll be Purdue fans will show up. Yeah, fuck your dad.
Fuck my dad. Yeah, because when we were talking about Edie on the show, I brought up my dad hating Edie, and that triggered a lot of them. My dad's been coming on my shows for years and years, and he shits on Purdue, and everybody loves it except Purdue fans.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They hate
do those
him.
same Purdue fans know that your mom is Purdue royalty?
They probably do. I'm a Purdue booster, Brandon. There's only one university that I give money to, and it's Purdue. That's it, and it's in honor of my mother. So they're also shitting. They're yelling about a man who married a Purdue Hall of Famer to the son of a Purdue Hall of Famer who's a Purdue booster.
They're yelling at themselves, basically.
They're eating their own is what they're doing, yeah. But it is very typical of Purdue that they feel like they have the upper hand, and they think that because Indiana stinks and Purdue is good. They're going to play this weekend. They're going to beat the shit out of Indiana again. And then they're going to tweet at me, and they're going to be they're going to do Ryan Day memes where they're like, I want to know where your dad is right now, and fuck Coach Titus and all this sort of thing. My dad will get the last laugh. He always does. Yeah. That's what they don't understand. It's like this young new core of Purdue fans that are all 22.
They're new money. Yeah.
They're new money Purdue fans that they're they don't get how Purdue basketball works. That you can be on top for a moment. You will not last. It will not last, and he will get the last laugh. So anyway, yes.
Yep. I had a transition there and just completely forgot it.
Yeah.
Carl Ham's dominating my thoughts.
Carl Ham is. Speaking of college basketball.
It was college basketball.
Okay.
2 things in college basketball.
Okay, go ahead.
Number one, is Indiana just going to be bad forever? Because in college football, we've had dynasties come and go. Like Nebraska has been fighting to get back forever. Tennessee has been fighting to get back forever. They've kind of done it, not really, but they kind of have. But Indiana, when I was growing up, every year Indiana's a 1 or a 2 seed.
Yeah.
Every year Indiana's in the Final Four conversation. Every year they are big time. That made it till about mid-'90s, and then when Knight fell apart, I think they made one Final Four after Bob
Yeah,
Knight.
they were good in the mid-'90s. Like it was towards the late '90s it started.
But in the 2000s, they went to one Final Four, right?
The 02, yeah.
Mike Davis?
02, yeah, they lost
what's
to
his name?
Maryland. Mike Davis, yeah.
Mike Davis. So he made a Final Four. Since then, nothing. Indiana basketball being terrible it's now normal. Like if there's a 23-year-old watching right now, he's like, what?
Yeah,
Indiana's
yeah.
just Indiana. Is there not a big deal? Indiana basketball, are they never going to be Indiana
But
basketball
they are.
again?
I will. You're not wrong. But the problem is, it's such a Final Four national championship type culture that the feeling of Indiana being back won't really set in unless they win a national championship. And as it turns out, only one team wins a national championship every year.
I think
It's
they can
very
make a
hard to
Final
do.
Four and feel
They
back.
can make a Final Four and feel back. But I say that to say, like, they've won the Big Ten a few different times
Okay.
throughout the years.
All
Like
right.
they still, this year's team sucks. They just beat Ohio State last night, which I'm very sad about Ohio State. And if you'll let me at
Would
some
you
point,
leave the show to be Ohio State's head coach?
I would, yeah, I would absolutely. But yeah, you're right. I think Indiana will get it back in the same way I think like Texas will always have a shot, because no matter how bad you are for however long,
All the advantages are still there.
all the recruiting is like if they're still in 20 years. I don't even know what the kids in 20 years are going to look like coming out of Indiana. They're all going to be able to play ball.
Probably
and if you
some
get
black,
yeah,
some white.
probably.
Yeah.
And if you get like the best players from the state to go to Indiana, you theoretically should still be pretty good.
But why did
But
the
you're
best
right, why
players in
can't they-
Indiana go to Purdue?
Because Matt Painter's like more. Matt Painter stole Bob Knight shit. He just stole the whole Bob Knight playbook, and yeah.
My second college basketball thing. Last night, North Carolina lost to Clemson. After beating Duke the other day, which, you have a letdown, whatever. Is Armando Bacot the worst good player, the worst star player North Carolina's ever had? Because I watch him, and I'm like, nothing this guy does makes me go, wow. And this is a school that's had your Antoine Jamesons, your Vince Carters, your Rasheed Wallaces,
Yeah.
your Michael Jordans, your James Worthy's, just on
Right.
and on and on and on and on and on and on. And now their star player is a guy who's going to get me 15 points, who's going to get me 10 rebounds. But in the tournament, is he going to take over a game? I don't think so. Maybe I'm being unfair to the guy.
No, he's not. He's
Maybe I'm being unfair.
no. I'm trying to think of who else would be on. Who's the guy right now before Armando Bacot? Who's the worst good North Carolina player? No, it's him. It's
Yeah,
him.
it's him, right?
It's him.
Yeah, I just think like he's a numbers wise a good solid player, but I think if he's the best player on the team, that's not a team that's going to win a national title.
I think college basketball in general has a problem. College basketball media types and voters and all that stuff. We're in an era where the big guy is being exalted, and it's almost like a point of pride because the
Yeah.
NBA has gone away from dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
And so there's like this feeling that like this is good for college basketball that you have so many great big guys that Oscar Tshiebwe just won National Player of the Year and Luka Garza won National Player of the Year.
Sheboy was a bad good player.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like this, if there are stars in college basketball right now, they're your Hunter Dickinson types and your Zach Edey's and your Armando Bacots and like all these big dudes.
But when the tournament rolls around,
Right.
here come
exactly.
the guards.
Exactly. Here come the guards. And I think what happens in Bacot's case, he puts up numbers. But yeah, when you watch Carolina and you've watched him his whole career, it just feels like, I don't want to say empty calories because like he is scoring but he just runs the floor, catches it, dunks it. He's not. Yeah, when they're like when he's like the star of the team, they're not nearly as good. And I agree with you. I don't think. I think it is weird that like he's been put on like an All-American level because he is not. He's not good.
You know what?
He's not that good of a player.
You know what is on an All-American level?
What?
Cabo Wabo tequila. Bet you weren't. You didn't see that one coming, did you?
Did not, no.
Cabo Wabo tequila is unquestionably Mexican tequila with an undeniably American attitude. Cabo Wabo, you're probably thinking it's just tequila. Is that what you're thinking?
No, I'm actually not, because I know it's thick cut Blue Weber.
Cabo Wabo isn't just tequila. It's damn good, thick cut, 100% Blue Weber agave tequila. Cabo Wabo tequila is the official tequila partner of NASCAR. Add a bold splash to race day watching with Cabo Wabo tequila. If you're heading down to the Daytona 500 on February 18th, come celebrate race day with Cabo Wabo. Cabo Wabo wants to remind you to leave the driving to the professionals this Daytona 500. Please enjoy the thick cut, bold taste of Cabo Wabo tequila responsibly. Grab your buds and a bottle of Cabo Wabo tequila for the boldest race day experience. Remember, 21 or older, please handle responsibly.
Thick cut.
Thick.
Thinking back on Baycott,
Yeah.
I think I said this on a show not too long ago. I'm starting to think rebounds are overrated. But I don't know.
Go
I don't
on,
know what to
'cause
do
I
with
like
this.
that.
I need like people smarter than me to jump on this take with me and make
Figure out.
make it a more palatable take that I can deliver to the public.
In college basketball, with the shooting struggles that
Yeah.
a lot of teams have,
Right.
grabbing 10 rebounds isn't. I don't think it's a game-changing statistic.
Right.
Like scoring 20 points is, like even dishing out 10 assists, I think is a better.
10 assists is, if you had 10 assists in a game,
You have affected that game.
That is 20 times more impressive than 10 rebounds to me.
Yeah.
For a 10 assists for a point guard versus 10 rebounds for a big man.
because that guy's running shit.
Yeah, but they get treated the same, and they get treated like the big guys. Again, what I said about like there's like us media types just get like drunk off of double doubles, and we get drunk off of like big guy. Oh my God, did you see what he did last night? He had 23 and 12.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But then when you watch all these college basketball games, they're throwing up so many bricks that if you're 6'10" and you're standing under the rim, I mean, 8 of those 12 rebounds you had came right to you.
So
And you're not even really blocking out as much anymore because like teams are shooting so many threes. So like offensive players are all like around the perimeter and they throw up a three and then you get the rebound. And like I don't know. It used to be like rebounds used to be like a sign of a man's man getting in the paint doing the dirty work, and it still can be at times. But I think the default like, dude, what a fucking game from him last night. He had 12 rebounds. I don't think that necessarily means you were dominant.
I think the way you tell a guy's really affecting the game now, or the stat that means a rebounder is really affecting the game is offensive rebounds. If a guy like leads the country in offensive
rebounds are good.
Offensive rebounds are because that's the
absolutely.
guy that's going after it. That's the guy that's going to get it. That's the guy that's really, he's extending possessions. He's changing possessions. And that won Sheboy the player of the year because he was an offensive rebounding machine. And that's where rebounds can.
The nerd on the show is chiming in.
good.
Ebo is just
Which
texted.
one?
What?
We have-
That's true. We do have two nerds. The one who Ebo,
Yeah.
the smart nerd.
Okay. Not the Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, not the other one. Rebounds are overrated or not properly understood, is what he said. But
So he just said exactly what you.
He said what I said, and then he didn't add anything else.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Good stuff.
He said they're not understood, and then I'm kind of staring at my phone, waiting for him to say, "What is it that we need to understand about them?"
Here's the thing about
He's not
Connor,
really offering
Connor
that.
Griffin that y'all don't know, and you can back me up on this. He's only seen 3 of the Star Wars.
Yeah,
He hasn't seen all of them.
yeah,
He only saw the middle 3.
yeah.
He only saw Phantom Menace,
Right.
Sith,
Revenge of the Nerd.
and the Attack of the Clones. That's the only.
Yes.
Revenge of the Clones
Revenge of the Clones.
and Attack of the Sith. The Sith.
Yes.
The Sith people.
The Sith. Yeah.
Now the Sith, what were they?
Well, the Sith were the Jedis who
Yeah.
were dehydrated, and so their skin got a little wrinkly, and they had to put on hoods and stay out of the sun.
God, somehow that's right.
Yeah, it's Jedis who just
Yeah.
couldn't find water, and
Yeah.
if you don't get a drink of water after a certain period of time, you kind of cross over you can't come back from it.
Connor Griffin said he doesn't even feel the need to go back and watch Empire Strikes Back or Jedi. That's not the Star Wars he wants.
College basketball thing. I want to to be self-indulgent here.
Yep.
I know that you don't care about it. I know the rest of the world.
I
doesn't
care about
it.
college basketball.
The Buckeyes are very bad, Brandon.
Yeah.
Very, very bad.
Yeah.
And last night we were up 18 against Indiana.
That's all you want.
Well, we were up 18 in the second half, so the win probability said it was like 99%. Like it's rarely ever happened. Funny enough, though, it actually has already happened to Ohio State this year. When we were at Penn State, we were up 18 in the second half, and we lost that game. But surely it wouldn't happen twice in the same season, would it?
It did.
Yeah, it did. It did. We lost to Indiana. And the worst part about Ohio State basketball right now is that not only are we bad, we are at a point where nobody gives a fuck how bad we are. Like talking to people at this company about Ohio State basketball, they don't even realize nobody like that's somehow worse. Like Indiana's having a bad year and they played last night and like the Indiana fans are like fired up about how bad they are and the Indiana fans are very loud. It's very like in your face. Like our program fucking sucks. We have to fix this now.
Yeah.
Ohio State fans are completely checked out.
But that's the rub of being, and I know you don't like this answer, that's the rub of being a football school. When the basketball team is bad, it kind of disappears, as opposed to a basketball school. When the team is bad, everything's blowing up and everything's terrible. I guess that's what you're saying in different words.
But I am, but I'm saying, I know, despite Ohio State having a great football program, the Ohio State basketball program is, by any measure,
a terrific program.
One of the 20 best. I think it might be higher than that, but it's certainly one of the absolute best basketball programs in the country. We are dog shit. We have been dog shit for 2 straight years now. And we're not just we have good players.
Yeah.
The bottom is falling out. Like it is very much a recipe where this should be a talking point in college basketball, and it's not. And for some reason, that bothers me more than just sucking.
So
it's
who are you going to go get?
Well, I mean, you have to start with Brad Stevens, whose wife is from Ohio. And it really just, that's the top of my list. Is,
Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens. I think the play is that, the wife is just like, you know where I want to move to? Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. Because I think she's from the Cleveland area. And she's
Which
like,
isn't Columbus.
It's Ohio. It's all Ohio.
It's debatable.
Everything's Ohio.
Yeah.
If you look hard enough. But yeah, it dawned on me last night that I would, if getting like Jay Wright, which isn't going to happen, these are the pipe dreams, but now I'm in a position where it's like, we're going to have to find a coach. I think I would cut a substantial check if it would help.
But you give to Purdue.
I give to Purdue. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I would, I'm trying to think of how much money, like that's where I realized boosters are crazy, but at the same time,
Winning's awesome.
Winning's fucking awesome. And last night I was like, yeah, dude, if I could give tens of thousands of dollars right now
to get
Jay Wright,
yeah,
I would do that. I would absolutely do that. And I don't know who we're going to hire or what we're going to do, but that's all I wanted to say. Is that Ohio State? Everybody knows we suck this year. We suck worse than you even realize. We haven't won a road game since January 1st of last year. There are 3 programs in Division I, Brandon.
Yeah.
That have not won a road game more recently than Ohio State.
Who are they?
They are DePaul, who is
bad.
Very bad.
Yeah.
Very, very, very bad. They are Cal Poly, fucking
doesn't really exist.
Didn't even realize they had a D1 team.
Yeah.
And it is New Mexico State, who last year canceled their season because they were hazing each other. There was like a hazing scandal, and they're like, you know what, we're just going to sit this one out. Those are the 3 programs that have not won a Division I game more recently than Ohio State. Every other program, 360-ish programs, have won a road game more recently than us. So there you go. That's all I wanted to say.
Does Carl Ham have a pig wife, or does he have a human wife?
I think he's got a human wife with big tits.
Am I Carl Ham? Okay. Mr. Carl, how's...
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We just need we could tweak his facial
I
expression.
think he needs to be a little more fatter and rounder.
Yeah. He needs,
shorter.
He needs to be a little more burnt out already. Like it's
It needs to be disheveled.
Yeah, it's 10:07 on day 1. Yeah. 10:07 a.m. and he's like already had it. With
We need a clock that says 10:07.
Yeah.
And then we need, his tie needs to be loosened. Yeah, a little bit, but we're getting there.
That's great. That's a great start. That is a great start.
Are we on our way? I think we got. This is our
Yeah.
idea.
This is
Bring it home the bacon.
There we go. Now that's the face I need.
That's what. Yeah, that's.
That's great. That's great. I need a couple more. This coffee isn't doing it for me.
His suit's a little too funky, but okay, we're getting there. We're getting there.
God, dude.
This is
Great.
This is
is
it.
great.
But again, human wife. We're going human wife
I think it's
because if he has kids, what are we? We're gonna have half pig, half human.
yeah, maybe it is a pig wife. It's just a pig family.
I wonder if family life is just normal, it's all pigs, and then when he goes to work, it's all human.
It's all humans. He's a pig trying to make it in a human world.
Yeah. And turns out we're the pigs. So that's
And then like after we've been doing this for like 12 years,
Yeah.
this comic strip, we start to get a little political, and
Yeah.
and the pig represents like a race of some sort. And we start like
the boss
or like-
morphs into Trump.
Yeah, the pigs are getting like ostracized from the community somehow, and we have commentary on that.
TJ, what would it sound like if Trump wanted the TPS reports from Carl?
If you, Mr. Ham, we have the best reports. The numbers have never been higher. They're saying the numbers are through the roof. I'd like to see the numbers, please. Oink.
Oh, fuck.
I want to ask you this. I brought it up yesterday, and I need an answer.
Yeah.
Who is the current king of Las Vegas?
Aside from me?
Yeah, I think it is you. Having ridden, you
Yeah,
rode an
well, it was
elevator
Seth
with
Rollins.
Seth Rollins. You went
Yeah.
to a
For
Vegas
two
Knights
periods
game.
of a hockey
Yeah.
game. It's got to be a magician, right? It's got to be like Copperfield or
That's what brought it up. Is that I was
Yeah.
walking through MGM Grand. I saw the Copperfield Theater. I saw
yeah.
just the whole setup he has there. I looked up his Wikipedia. He is 67 years old, and I was like, God damn, that's like 15 years older than I would have thought he was. He's still
Blaine?
doing it.
Is it Blaine? No, I don't know if Blaine's as big.
David Blaine doesn't do Vegas anymore, does he?
Does it? I don't know. I thought I saw a billboard for Chris Angel. Yeah, I think it.
Does David Blaine do a show in Vegas? He's not
Maybe
even
he
really a
does.
magician anymore. He's just
Is he
like
not?
I mean, he is, but he's just like he's kind of like a elevated jackass.
Oh,
Where he's like,
he's just doing stunts and shit.
yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna shove this knife through my hand.
David Blaine Impossible.
He does do a show at the Wynn?
Yeah.
Oh, the Wynn's a good one too. So, that's heavy money.
Oh,
I think it's probably Copperfield. I don't think it's like there used to be Wayne Newton.
Wayne Newton, who's not dead.
It was probably Elvis for a little bit.
Wayne Newton is not dead.
Is he not?
Not dead.
That's not true.
Breaking news, Wayne Newton not dead. I looked it up this morning, not
Yeah,
dead.
but have you checked
All right,
in
let's
the
check
last
it.
hour?
Let's check
I mean,
Which,
Barry Manilow overtook Elvis Presley for the longest resident artist in Las Vegas.
it might be Barry Manilow.
636 performances.
He's still here right now,
Yeah.
Barry Manilow.
both in Vegas and on this planet.
636 performances in Vegas means 636 times he has gone out to a room of just weary tourists and
Yeah.
fat old people
Yeah.
and lukewarm applause.
Yeah.
He's got to be praying for death, right? You think Barry Manilow's just hitting his knees at night saying, "Please, just you took Toby. Let me go with Toby."
Only 80.
Yeah, it's probably Barry Manilow. Was Elvis?
Celine Dion had a moment in Vegas, didn't she? But she could be the queen of Vegas.
Shania Twain's coming.
Is she?
She's coming.
Oh,
I saw
fun to make her.
Yeah, I saw the billboard that she's gonna be doing a.
I saw. There was a
Celine Dion did 427 shows over the course of
Carrot
8
Top?
years.
Carrot Top could be the king of Vegas.
there was a band I saw doing a residency. I'm like, that band is doing Vegas. Was it Matchbox 20? I think it was Matchbox 20. I'm like, they gotta just set up shop in Vegas. That's where they are in their career.
Everyone that tours,
Might not have been Matchbox
everyone that
20.
tours for a living says the residency setup's awesome. That's why all these people do it. Is because
Okay.
you just live in one spot. You don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah,
The
that's
same
probably
shows
pretty
over and
awesome.
over.
That's probably pretty awesome.
But maybe it's just because I hate Vegas so much. But I couldn't imagine that being my life. Like what you just said about Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
It's like holy shit, dude. I would have. I think like 20 shows in, I'd be like, get me the fuck out of here.
It's the same stage every night. It's the same crowd every night. It's the same. Yeah.
I kind of want to see. I have like a curiosity about David Copperfield's act because I just have to imagine he's just bored.
Going
to
through the
tears.
motions.
He's just, and of course, haha, abracadabra. Would you fucking look at that? It was your card the whole time.
Somebody said that they saw a billboard of David Copperfield with a T-Rex behind him. Was that you? That
yeah.
I looked into it a little bit. He has a bunch of creatures in his act.
Dude, go to David Copperfield's website because I was trying to find the show when we went to Cirque du Soleil the other night. I was trying to find what's going on.
Those Chick-fil-A bags?
What's going on?
They brought some Chick-fil-A? Yeah. Shit. Sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm not. You're
Not
correct.
at all.
You're right. You're right.
When I was trying to find the Cirque du Soleil show, I saw somewhere there was like an animation of a T-Rex skeleton comes out of like a box or something, and then David Copperfield was like fucking hugging it like it was like his pet dog.
He's hugging a T-Rex
Like he was
skeleton.
like nuzzling it face to face, and I want to try to. I don't know if that's on his website or what. I need a documentary on this guy so badly.
Oh, fuck.
That looks like me at dinner the other night.
It did. The greatest illusionist of our time. Wait, Oprah Winfrey?
What's the dinosaur?
Whoa!
And then he like
Is that,
he like cuddles it at some point.
was that an illusion, or was that just they made a...
Yeah, right here. Watch this. He's petting it, and he's look at that shit.
Why is he nuzzling the T-Rex?
He's nuzzling a T-Rex.
Yeah, that guy hates his life.
He's got a hand. All right.
Carl Ham needs a friend. He definitely has a human best friend. There's no doubt about that.
He has a human best friend.
Yeah. Cal. Ernie.
It can't be Ernie, dude. It
Okay.
can't be Cal.
All right.
It's and what is the disposition of the human best friend? Does he love work? Is he like a little too peppy?
Yeah.
He's annoying as fuck, but he's a good guy at heart.
You ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No, but I've seen it. I've seen clips.
He's Boyle from Brooklyn
Which one's
Nine-Nine.
that?
I don't know what the actor's name is. The sneeze just came from over there, and I don't even think there's a human over there.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Anyway. We can need a name for the that
guy.
That's guy. He's Charles Boyle.
Yeah.
That's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Fantastic show. Haven't watched it all the way through, but every time I watch it, I'm like, I want to watch every episode, and I just never do.
I think his best friend's named Tim.
Tim?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It just feels like a guy named Tim feels like a guy who loves his office job.
Yeah. Tim. Okay.
He's Tim.
Yeah, comic names need to be simple anyway.
Yeah.
Tim, Carl, 3 letters, 4 letters, easy
Yeah,
peasy.
and
I have a topic I'd like to talk about.
And Tim sets up Carl in the same way Sam Malone sets up Norm when he comes into Cheers. Where like Norm walks in and he's like, "Hey Norm, how's it shaking?" And then Norm has the little quip, you know.
Yeah.
"Hey Norm, what do you say?" And Tim does that.
They pour me a beer.
Yeah. I say it's time. I say it's beer 30. Tim does that with Carl, where he's like, "Hey Carl."
Yeah.
And Carl's like, "Duh." Not this fucking guy again. All right, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I've always talked about this topic, and I think Central Time Zone is the best topic, or the best time zone. I think Central Time Zone is the best time zone for everything. But everybody would always say, well, imagine watching college football on the West Coast. Imagine watching sports on the West Coast. And having gone through this week, I don't think I would want to live on West Coast time as a sports fan.
Oh, it's the best.
Is it? Because
it's the best. You're
the
not,
college basketball games yesterday fucked me up, starting at 4 o'clock.
Two things. One, Las Vegas is not real life. This doesn't count. Two, you're not this isn't like you're not living here. You're not like
It's hard to
this
lock
week-
in on a college basketball game on a Wednesday at 4 o'clock.
But it's because we're in Vegas.
Yeah.
If you were just living in your normal home,
Yeah.
the West
Have
Coast.
you ever lived on the West Coast?
I have, yeah. It's interesting you bring this up because I have. I did for a number of years.
Okay, I didn't even know you lived in
But
Vegas.
the great thing about the West Coast with the early start times is that if you work at a sports company, you just don't work. You just like don't.
Well, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just like just people like the work ethic on the West Coast is just non-existent. It's great.
Okay.
It's great, like because you just like you get out at 3 o'clock because there's games on at 4. You got to
Yeah.
get home too.
Okay,
Shit,
so
there's
I can
games
build-
on at 3:30 because they tip off like the Big East on Fox is tipping off at like 6:30 Eastern.
Yeah. It's just great. Like at 4 o'clock, I sat down to have a beer at a bar
Right.
yesterday, and Wake Forest is playing Georgia Tech, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I guess they are playing Georgia
But
Tech.
I think that's because we're stuck in this schedule that we're on,
Yeah.
working this week. But if this was like your everyday life, you need an adjustment period for sure.
Yeah.
It is. But the football kickoffs are the best. There's nothing like a little.
I mean, I would like a
Breakfast
Saturday
with
morning
football.
waking up at 9 a.m. And all of a sudden Clemson's playing Wake
Yeah.
Forest. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can see
It's the
getting
best. And then the late games get over and you go to bed at a reasonable hour. You can watch a movie after football's over. It's the best. And everybody, yeah, like I said, if you're into sports, the schedule adjusts around you, and then you just like don't work. It's great. It's great. You just don't work. You go to the beach.
Was
It's a great life, dude. It's a great life. I highly recommend it.
How do you know?
Wow.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Let's see. Oilers win streak ends at 16. I saw that. I
We talked
broke
about
that story.
Are the A's not coming here?
Did you see that Las Vegas mayor?
Yeah.
Las Vegas mayor came out yesterday and she's like, actually,
This is a bad idea.
the A's should just work it out with Oakland.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Please
The
don't come.
Vegas people got to be mad at that, right? She's like, please don't come. Go,
Do
go,
not come.
go. Do not come.
Do not come.
She does not want people to come.
I'm gonna come.
The mayor of Las Vegas says no coming.
Do not come. I watched that. That was Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. That mashup. Is that the one I'm thinking of, TJ? Yeah. On that video.
It's definitely Kamala Harris, right? The do not come.
When that video was put together, I watched that 10,000 times. Yeah. Kamala Harris is like, do not come, and then it cuts to Trump, and he's like, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. So I thought it was official. I thought it was signed, sealed, delivered.
I did too. I thought they were like building the stadium, but apparently the Las Vegas mayor is like, nah, we don't want the baseball business. But obviously they do.
The stadium is not going to be in a good spot. It's not. I think like the idea of a team coming to Vegas, if you don't know anything about the situation, you just assume they're going to throw a baseball stadium on the Strip. You're like, yeah, I mean, I don't like that they're moving from Oakland, but I'm sure it'll pop off and people will go to the games on the Strip and it'll be a whole thing. But apparently they're not putting it on the Strip at all. It's going to be.
So they've got a 9-acre site. I read this morning. They got a 9-acre site. To which I say, is that enough acres? I don't. That doesn't feel like
feel like
enough
a lot of
acres.
acres,
That's
yeah.
not a lot of
That's
acres.
not a lot of acres.
Now, a baseball field isn't that big, but the baseball stadium is pretty damn big, and parking and all that stuff and all that jazz, mumbo jumbo. I don't know.
Next to the MGM Grand.
Oh, so it is on the Strip?
Yeah.
Why was
That's
everyone saying
that's
it was
what the Vegas mayor doesn't like,
Why was everyone saying it was a shitty location? Everyone's like,
because I think congestion.
oh, it's the.
It would just be a mess.
Oh, so that's a great location.
You're right. It's in between all the hotels. I think the Vegas mayor wanted it out in like actual Vegas where it had room and all
can't
that
do
stuff.
that.
Yeah,
You got to put it on the Strip. Well, now I'm back in on it.
Yeah.
Now I'm like.
I mean, the hockey
I was
arena.
under- everyone, yeah.
The hockey arena is right. It's like covered in hotels, right by
Yeah.
the Strip. The football is right off the Strip. So the baseball.
But that's what Vegas is. It's congestion and it's just excess of everything. It's too much. If you are doing something in Vegas and you don't have the feeling of like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Then you're in the
You're not
wrong
doing it
spot.
right.
You're not doing Vegas right.
If you're not trying to make life decisions every time you pay for a meal.
Yeah.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly
Because
right.
goddamn, every meal is $300.
Dude, $11 Coors Light bottle.
Every meal is $300.
$11 for one Coors Light last night.
Shouldn't have brought my wife.
Unbelievable. Tennessee and Virginia's request for a TRO. That is a timed rock out. What is a TRO again? A time
I don't know. When things like this happen, they made their
transitional radio a transmitter.
Occurrence.
Virginia and Tennessee's request for
This is where I go cross-eyed.
Yeah.
When it gets in this legal mumbo jumbo and they get denied and all this, I don't. Just tell me the
Total
end.
request
Live.
live.
Total request often.
Anyway, we did the bracket on our show, Tennessee and Virginia versus the NCAA. It looks like the NCAA won. It's been denied.
So far.
So far.
They'll just go to another court.
There's a
right?
loser's bracket.
Yeah, there's a loser's bracket. Yeah.
But that was denied, so that was fun for a couple days.
We have a prep sheet.
Yeah.
And this sentence I'm about to read is the least I've ever known about a sentence, could understand a sentence ever, okay? Bachelor Joey Graziati confidently said Gypsy Rose Blanchard was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Motherfucker, what?
You know who Ruth Bader Ginsburg
I don't know Gypsy Rose Blanchard
was.
is. I know who Ruth Bader Ginsburg was. She was she was on the Supreme Court.
Right.
She was one of the Supremes.
Right, yes. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is the girl that just got out of prison. She killed her mom.
I hear
her
this
boyfriend,
name so much.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who or what it is.
Yeah, she was Mommy Dead and Dearest was the documentary.
Okay.
Munchausen by Proxy was the situation.
Yeah. And we've talked about this recently. You've explained this to me already, I think. Maybe that was
It was on the Yak.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's that girl, and she's famous because.
Well, why is she famous?
She killed her mom. That's one of the top 5 ways to get
So I gotta
famous.
go kill my mom.
One of the top 5 ways to get famous in this country is to kill someone.
I gotta go kill my
Or
mom.
be involved. If you're involved in a true crime story that pops off on a documentary and/or a podcast,
Yeah.
you're one of the top celebrities in this country. I mean, that's just how it works.
But you have to kind of weave, or you have to kill the person,
Yeah.
and then either get off or get off on a lesser charge,
Yeah.
so that you can enjoy the fame. Otherwise, you're just rotting in prison.
But she did not actually. She was a conspirator. She did not actually kill her mother. It was her
Okay.
boyfriend that did the killing. But she was in on it and like allowed him to. But then the wrinkle about it is that she was actually a victim the whole time because her mom was like, giving her pills and like, you seem bored.
No, but here's the thing. Because I know we often do topics that are important to me, important to you. This topic is you.
It's not important to me.
No,
I do not
this
care.
topic I'm about to say.
Oh, okay.
This topic affects you directly, and it's something you've been going through. The United States is in the midst of an out-of-control STI epidemic. Leading sexual health experts have blamed record high cases of sexually transmitted infections on the explosion in popularity of dating apps. Last week, officials deemed the spiraling cases of conditions like, and this is where you come in,
Yep.
chlamydia and syphilis,
Yep.
striking the U.S. An out-of-control epidemic. The warning followed the release of the latest CDC data that showed 2.5 million cases of STIs were detected in 2022, marking a rise in chlamydia and, most worryingly, potentially deadly syphilis.
Yeah.
Now, does your syphilis cancel out your chlamydia, or do they work in tandem?
No, this is a misconception. Is you think that because I am on record as a sex haver, and so I think that's why you think that this affects me, the STI. But I haven't been having a lot of sex
But
because
you
of
called
this.
yourself a prolific sex haver.
I was back in my day, but
Yeah.
I think the reason I haven't had sex in a very long time is because of this epidemic, and I'm really worried about it.
Yeah.
So
See, back in my day, I was the club trillion of sex.
you were worried about the AIDS epidemic.
I would have one. I would be on one date
Right.
and zeros across the board.
Yeah, but this is why I'm not getting laid. I think this is just there's too much chlamydia and syphilis going on. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth the risk.
And sex is kind of disgusting.
It's gross. You're kind of mushing parts together.
It's not.
The noises.
It's not ideal. The squishing. It's kind of gross.
You hear a fart noise, and then like in your head, you're like, did she just fart, or was that out of was that like the
Was that
a frontal fart or a back fart?
Did air get in there?
Yeah. And then now you're thinking about it. She's thinking of it. Like, does he think that I just farted? And so, like, when you have enough situations like that, you get to a point where you're like, I don't know if this is worth it. I thought young people weren't having sex.
I thought that
was
too,
I thought that was the thing.
It doesn't say young people here. Maybe this is old people getting syphilis.
It's the old people that are passing around. Yeah, I thought that was the thing with the like Gen Z doesn't have sex. They just
play video games.
They just stare at their phones.
Watch YouTube.
Yeah, and complain about the cost of things.
Yeah.
And what else? How else can we sound? How else can we sound super old? What else do they do?
Listen to their music.
Yeah, listen to fucking music and fucking ride their scooters.
Vape.
All right. Carl, he does look a little more stressed.
Yeah. That's so good.
That's the proper
Bring it
amount of
home the
stress.
bacon. That's so Carl. How's the first thing going? I need a cup of mud. Bring it home the bacon. Dude, we got something here. This is fantastic. All right, that's the show.
Why does he have human hands?
I don't know, dude.
All right. Yeah.
That's the show. We'll be back tomorrow.
Britt Baker on Friday.
Britt Baker on Friday. See you guys.
That's how ball is done.
That's as a bald. Yeah, you got it.
Sorry.